People come to me with their darkest fears. But what happens when the fear is more than just a feeling? When it's something real? I am Raven Blackwood, a supernatural investigator, inheriting this role from my grandparents. Margaret Fryer, a divorced woman in her 40s, had just moved into a new house. She was referred to me by a former client. She tried to call me 2 weeks ago, but I was handling another case at the time. Determined, she found out where I live and knocked on my door.
Mr. Blackwood, please, I need your help. There's something in my house and it's getting worse.
I let Margaret in, and once she's seated, she couldn't wait to start talking.
Mr. Blackwood, I moved into a house a month ago. The hollow house. Ever since, things have been happening. Noises, whispers,
Easy, Margaret. Take a breath. Tell me about the house. What exactly have you seen? Did you notice any strange smells?
Okay, it started small. At first I thought it was just my imagination, but then I heard footsteps in the hallway when no one was there. And one night I saw something standing at the foot of my bed. The house has this weird smell.
We're dealing with something way older than just a regular haunting. We're talking about an entity, something that's attached to the house. And maybe even to you.
No, oh my God. Please, help me, Mr. Blackwood. What should I do?
Margaret was in extreme fear. Given the urgency, I decided to visit the Hollow House with her. I found some basic info online. The Hollow House has a history. It was built over an old burial ground. Many claim it's cursed, but curses aren't always as straightforward as they seem. I left Margaret in my car since she was too scared to come with me. She handed me the key, and I walked toward the Hollow House alone. The house loomed ominously against the stormy sky. I opened the main door. The atmosphere felt heavy, like the walls were breathing. I walked cautiously through the dusty, cobweb-filled hallway. I opened a door to a dark room. A faint, whispering sound filled the air. The faint whispering voices were unintelligible but growing louder. There's something here. Something alive. Suddenly, a loud bang came from upstairs. I looked up, my body tense. I pulled a small talisman from my coat pocket, holding it in front of me like a shield. My grandparents taught me this. And it's also our professional instinct to use the best tool to protect ourselves whenever there's danger. The loud bang was followed by eerie silence. I moved cautiously up the stairs, the walls seeming to stretch and warp as I ascended. The house felt alive, the walls whispering. At the top, I found a large mirror, cracked and covered in dust. When I stared at it, my reflection began to distort. A low rumble came, as if the house was awakening. It's the mirror. My grandparents once told me that mirrors are doorways, a portal between worlds. Suddenly I smelled a strong scent of rotten fruit. It's the entity. It appeared, a shadowy dark figure standing behind me in the mirror, its eyes glowing faintly red. A deep, guttural growl emanated from the mirror. My grandpa once said that entities feed off fear. They need to be sealed. The figure in the mirror suddenly lunged forward, coming to life. The air thickened with a suffocating, oppressive presence. I heard a deep, resonant growl and the sound of glass shattering. I yelled out and raised the talisman, chanting an incantation. The room filled with a blinding light. The sound of the incantation grew louder, mixing with the entity's growls. By the power of light, I banish you back to the shadows! The entity screamed, dissolving into the mirror. The room returned to its normal state, the oppressive presence gone. The entity's scream faded, replaced by silence. As the oppressive presence vanished, the room returned to its normal state. The air felt lighter, and the eerie silence was replaced by a sense of calm. I took a deep breath, feeling the weight of the encounter lift off my shoulders. I hurried back to the car, where Margaret was waiting. She looked pale and shaken. but her eyes showed a glimmer of hope. I opened the car door and helped her out.
Is it over?
Yes, it's over. The entity is gone. Margaret let out a sigh of relief and leaned against me for support. We stood there for a moment, taking in the quiet night. The storm had passed, and the sky was beginning to clear. The hollow house, once a place of fear and darkness, now seemed just like an old abandoned building. I couldn't help but feel a sense of accomplishment. We had faced the unknown and emerged victorious. Margaret's fear had turned into gratitude, and I knew that we had both grown stronger from the experience. After the incident, Margaret became stronger and can now live by herself, facing any problem that comes her way. The hollow house, once a place of fear and darkness, now stands as a testament to our courage and resilience. Thanks for joining me on this journey. If you enjoyed the story, please like, subscribe, and share my channel. I'm Raven Blackwood, and there are more thrilling tales and adventures ahead.